Out on the ragged edge of the Orion Arm, where the charts fade into rumor and the law is whatever the strongest gun says it is, there drifts a free port called Haven Station. It is built inside the hollowed-out husk of a dead generation ship. 7 rings spinning slow around a core of cold fusion light. Every ring has its own gravity, its own rules, its own smell, cheap fuel, cheaper hope, and the copper tang of someone else's blood. 2 kinds of people come to Haven. The first kind carry honest cargo. Ice haulers, seed ship tenders, families looking for a new son. The second kind carry lies in their teeth and knives in their smiles. Everyone, honest or not, has to pass through Ring 4, the market ring, where the scales never lie. Old Marta keeps the scales. She is small, bent, and older than most moons. Her stall is nothing more than a slab of salvaged hull plate and a pair of antique balance scales. Real brass, real weights, the kind that haven't been legal anywhere civilized in 3 centuries. No hollow readouts, no quantum ledger, no neural link. Just 2 pans and gravity. Everyone who wants to trade on Haven must weigh their goods on Marta's scales. Everyone must weigh their words the same way, because Marta remembers the book, not the sanitized Core World version. She remembers the raw scroll her grandmother carried out of the Exodus fleet, ink still wet from Earth's dying libraries. Words scraped from parchment that once rested in a desert cave 2,000 years before the first colony ship ever launched. She quotes it softly while she works. The honest merchant's scale is the creator's delight. The cheat's false balance is an abomination to him. And the frontier listens, because on Haven Station, words still have weight. There was a boy once, everyone starts as a boy or girl on the frontier, named Jackson Reeve. He arrived on a rust bucket freighter with 1 duffel and a head full of plans. He had quick fingers, quicker lies, and a smile that convinced vacuum to hold its breath. First week on station, he watched Marta turn away 3 smugglers whose spice bags tipped the scale a gram light. She didn't shout. She didn't call security. She simply looked at them with eyes the color of nebulae and said, "The Creator detests dishonest scales. Your feet will not find solid deck again." They laughed. They never docked at Haven again. 1 ship vanished in the Maelstrom Nebula. 1 turned up years later drifting crewless. The 3rd still sends anonymous threats across the dark band. Marta just smiles and adjusts her weights. Jackson decided he could do better. He spent 6 months building the perfect scam. Synthetic dream crystal grown in a hidden hydroponic tray, cut to look exactly like the real stuff that sells for 1,000 credits a gram. He even stole a gram of genuine crystal to seed his fake batches so the chemical sniffers would read true. He brought his first kilo to Marta's stall on a busy market morning, heart hammering like a rail driver. Marta weighed it. The scale dipped true. Jackson's grin started to spread. Then Marta did something no one expected. She took the bag, poured the crystals into her palm, and tasted one. Her eyes never left his. "Stolen water is sweet," she said quietly, "and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But the house of the wicked will be swept away, and death waits at the table of the lazy." Jackson laughed, too loud, too nervous. "Old woman, your scale said it's clean." Marta set the bag down and placed a single tiny brass weight on the empty pan. The scale tipped hard the other way. "The Creator," she said, "is not mocked by clever chemistry." Jackson's face went the color of vacuum. He ran. He ran for 3 years. He changed his name twice, his face once, his soul not at all. He made money, lots of it, running black market crystal through 6 frontier ports. He bought a fast ship, faster friends, and the fastest women credits could rent. He never slept sound. Every station he touched had a rumor. Someone selling perfect dream crystal that killed slow, turned lungs to glass, left users smiling at nothing while their hearts forgot the rhythm. Regulators called it Reeve's Revenge. Users just called it the White Death. One night in a bar on Perdition's Landing, drunk on victory and imported whiskey, Jackson bragged to the wrong miner. The miner had a sister who died smiling at nothing. 3 days later, Jackson limped back to Haven Station in a stolen life pod, bleeding from places the med patches couldn't reach. His ship was gone. His credits were gone. His name was poison on every channel. He came to Marta's stall at closing time, when the market ring lights dimmed to blood-red night cycle. He laid the last of his fake crystal on the slab, one small bag all he had left. Marta looked at him for a long time. "The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life," she said, "but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence." Jackson's voice cracked like a child's. "I just want to weigh true once. Just once." Marta took the bag, poured the crystals into the pan. The scale floated level. Perfect, honest, merciless. She reached under the counter and pulled out a second bag. The same size, the same cut, but these crystals glowed soft and living, the real thing. She poured them in on top of his. The scale never moved. "The fear of the Lord adds length to life," she said, "but the years of the wicked are cut short. The hope of the righteous brings joy, but the expectation of the wicked perishes." She pushed both bags toward him. "Take these. Sell them honest. One bag is poison. One bag is medicine. The scale already knows which is which. So does the frontier." Jackson stared at the two identical bags and felt something inside him break open like a hull breach. He sold the real crystal at half price to clinics on 3 mining moons. He sold the poison to no one. He kept Marta's scales, the real brass ones, when she died 10 years later, quiet and painless in her sleep. He keeps them still on a little stall in Ring 4, under the same blood-red night cycle lights. Pilots and smugglers and honest haulers all come to weigh their goods and their words. Sometimes a young runner with quick fingers and quicker lies steps up to the slab, grinning like vacuum can't touch him. Jackson just smiles the small, tired smile of a man who once ran for 3 years and never got far enough. Then he quotes the scroll his grandmother carried out of a dying world, the same words Marta used on him. "The honest merchant S scale is the creator S delight." And out on the frontier, where charts end and choices begin, the scales never lie. Because some truths are heavier than neutron stars, and some lies are light enough to drift forever in the dark between them.